Hello and welcome to episode 38 of our Ostriv Alpha 5.3 Let's Play. It is August of 1799 in our town. We have 1,816 residents, and last time we tried to play catch-up from the inexplicable shoe and clothing shortage that plagued us a couple episodes back. And I am happy to report that I was not going insane. It was actually a bug with the game that has just been fixed with a patch that came out, I believe, yesterday as of the recording of this video. And we should be a-okay from this point forward, because apparently the field workers were burying their clothes and shoes in the fields. Or that's how the developer decided to word it anyway. So that should be all taken care of now. And today we're going to keep on building up all of our resources and supply chain, especially with regard to logistics, because, well, it's just not good. We don't have enough capacity in our carts and wagons to make sure we can distribute everything effectively. And we still don't have any bark in this warehouse, which I don't understand, despite having almost everything else completely taken care of. As far as supply, we have plenty of bark, so I think that means it's just a transportation problem. Now, we do have cart parking here that is, actually, they're all in use. So clearly we need more carts. I think the answer is going to be building more and more of the wagon sheds and the cart sheds, because these things are getting tons of use. So we just have to find some good places to put those. It shouldn't be too big of a deal. And then, of course, as many of you have suggested, benches. We don't have benches nearly enough for everybody to use, so we're just going to kind of pick some random spots to put some in. Most likely focused more on this area over here, since we have so much important production happening. Fortunately, that's very easy for us to do, because we can just come right over here and stick it right in front of the front door. If I'm not occupying the place it's supposed to go. There we go. So we'll just keep adding a few more here and there in different places. Might actually leave a space for a bush here. I like these lilac bushes with all that purple. That's a nice look. Oh, this is probably not a very comfy bench to sit on, sorry. But they'll be alright. They're big boys and girls. Now, this is just about right. There we go. So, I gotta find someplace, I think, probably would be smart to start off with just a cart shed. And I originally didn't want to block all of these iron ore deposits, but we have 4 mines. I don't think we need to have any more of those, probably as long as we're playing this safe. We have so much iron ore. We have 30,000 saved up. We have over 10,000 actually smelted. So I'm just going to start setting up shop with all of this stuff kind of in those areas as much as it's going to let me build. Doesn't have to be perfectly straight. That is a-okay, but we'll go ahead and get a cart shed put in there. Wagon sheds are a little bit more complicated to get going, so I'm not going to put quite as many of those in there, but we definitely need some more cart sheds. And we need some more people. We have over 200 vacancies right now because, well, it's harvest season. These farms aren't looking too hot otherwise as far as harvesting goes. So is there any way we can reduce headcount at these other things? We already did it at the fishing docks. I don't think we're having warehouses staffed. Granaries probably shouldn't reduce their staff count. Forestries. How much, what do we have? Oh, we got tons. I'm going to make every forestry only have 3 dudes. So we'll just go about that. That'll give us another, I don't know, 8 guys. Which doesn't seem like much, but that will help. Should be a big boost. Actually, are all these guys, yeah, all the carts are out and about. So we definitely can make use of that. So instead of watching them build this, because we watched them build this a bunch of times, we're just going to 12 times speed it and go around putting some more of these benches in different spots. Seems like the best possible use of our time. Because we are getting to that point in the playthrough, and honestly, we've kind of been here for a while, where incremental progress is very hard to show. And so these videos kind of stop getting interesting for most of the people who watch these. So you got to change it up a little bit. You can't just watch people build stuff all the time. So, you know, we can do a little bit of decorating, even if it's not super amazing, awesome, crazy good stuff. Just a little bit of something is better than nothing, you know? I can't really fit that there, but I can. Well, theoretically. So I'll just put 2 of those right there. I got room right here outside the door. There we go. How about over here? Okay, we had a couple, but you know what they say, you can never have enough. Now, will this actually fit here is the question. I don't think it's going to let me. Yeah, it's got to come all the way out here. So we'll just... there's actually not a great spot for it. If we rotate this way, just put a couple of those cart sheds done, so we'll take care of that in a second. Just want to make sure that we are taking advantage of the time that we have. This is not a good place to put in benches. It's just a little bit strange. I think we can fit some benches here. Yeah, go take your rest break right outside the slaughterhouse. But that's fine. I can't smell it, so I'm not gonna be worried about it. Now, cart shed. Just go ahead and order the carts. Tick all these boxes. I might actually hold off on hiring for right now because we are so far behind in harvesting. We are... Okay, it's not as dire as I originally thought, but it's not looking fantastic. Should be much further along in September based on previous harvests. But I think we're going to end up being okay. You know what we didn't do? is we didn't replant all of these reforestation areas. Really should be doing a much better job keeping up with that, and I have not. So that's on me. And these guys haven't actually started cutting yet. I guess they're still cutting these trees, and that's fine. We'll just let those grow. Not that it really matters. New school does not have any pupils in it because we did not hire a teacher. So we'll go ahead and open that vacancy up and see how long it takes them to get that filled. Now, spaces over here, I really don't see very many of these benches at all. So I think what we'll go ahead and do, first of all, hit the correct key so I don't just move the camera randomly. We'll just put a couple of these guys in convenient locations next to the stairs. And lather, rinse, repeat. You know the drill, how this works. When I can't hit the correct key to continue placing benches, and I hit Control instead of Shift, there we go. Now I can keep placing. All right. That should help us a little bit over here. I'm going to put a couple more in front of these because there's just so much that we need these for. Oh, I did it again. Did it again. All right. Just about done. All right, let's see. Late October. Yeah, this farm needs help, but they have plenty of help. They just are kind of slow. That one, we're not going to lose anything, not going to lose anything, not going to lose anything. These guys still need to get harvested. I guess we're okay. Can't really complain. So I think what we'll do now is I'll just copy paste all these settings. Theoretically, these should be seasonally hired, but we don't have enough people really to make that work. Yeah, we need to be building a lot more housing. Now that I think the shoes and the clothing issues should be more or less solved. I really hope so. Oh, we have almost 9,000 shoes. Excellent. Excellent. What about other food? I think we're looking good. And one of the things we were going to keep doing over here was building more row houses, but we do have to be careful because there's not really that much going on over here. We don't have very many jobs available. And we don't really have a lot of storage for food. So probably, even though we have... Where is the store in here? Yeah. We have some that are selling things, and it probably is okay. But for us to keep on bringing people over here, we're going to have some more production and everything, which is kind of what I wanted to put up here once these trees are all gone. We could also just put some of the transportation logistics buildings over here. Give them jobs that way. But I think what we're going to do is do a little bit more decorating until the snow comes along, and then start placing buildings down. And then see what we're able to get done. Now, we don't have any benches in this area. I know it's going to be broken record with these benches, but it is important to make sure you have a place where all of these people can have a... Let's see, look how fast they filled that up. They can have a rest without having to go all the way across the other side of town, or what have you. So I'm just going to put it right in front of every stoop. They're going to get a bench, unless there's already something else there. Uneven terrain for a bench? I didn't know that was a thing. And then on the corner here, we'll do something with that in a second, but I do want to put in one more right here. All right, now let's come over to our bushes. I always like how these look. Just do a couple of bushes right here by the door, and then off to the side. If this is gonna work. Kind of a weird spot for a bench, but I think it's fine. Half the fun is when the bench is sloping, right? That's how this works. Alright, let's check and see what our messengers can do for us today. We probably shouldn't be selling clothing, even though I think the problem is no longer an issue. My god, they can buy 87,000 clothes at one time. That is terrifying. What I'm going to go ahead and do is just buy some lime. Oh, we have so much stone, I don't need to worry about that. Charcoal, we're actually kind of low on, but I don't think that's going to be a problem. Nails, we have tons. Animals, I'm just not going to be worried about. Sunflower oil we can sell. Make some money back on that. Sallow, we really, really need to get pigs figured out. For whatever reason, they just kind of always go bad. Something ends up happening. But, I mean, they are regularly slaughtering pigs. As regularly as they can, I suppose. So I'm going to try... Maybe this will backfire. I'm going to try gradually increasing the livestock limit and see what happens with that. Meanwhile, these cow sheds are doing cowshed things. Yeah, I don't think I want to keep up with sending bulls to the bull shed all the time. But if we have an excess of some, then it is easy to send a few every so often. Not going to sit here for like 10 minutes and do this. But it is nice to be able to have a little bit of time set aside to take care of all this stuff. All right, now this should, I'll just do, oh no, this one's still full, so that's fine. We'll put 2 more in. Oh, this one's full? Wow, okay, these are doing better than I thought. So I'll just do 1 more from each of these. All right, that should be fine. I'm going to leave these last couple alone because they are a little younger, not full up. Now, I did get a question asking, can you remove the fence from the reforestation area? Now, I don't know. If I hit this demolish, are they going to cut all the trees down, or are they just going to take the fence away? Because I feel like if I do that, they're just going to start cutting the trees down anyway. And this is, after all, hiding the terraforming disaster that I can no longer fix because bridges don't do that anymore. So, as tempting as it is, I think we have to leave this like that. And see what ends up happening. Alright. Do I dare sell shoes? We have 9,000. The number is increasing. So I think instead of 4,000, I'll sell 2,000. Clothing. I think we'll hold off on that for a while. Apples, though, we can sell those. Easy. Easy, easy. And then, oh yeah, we got tons of this stuff. Sell that all day long. And then, let's see, can we buy anything here? Wow, I can buy 15,000 sallow for only 1,500 coins. Very tempting. Let's buy 10,000. Let's do that. Dried fish. What about 10,000 of that? That is too much. I don't have enough for that. Can I do 2,000 dried fish? Yes, I can. Because really we should be having a bunch of fishermen take care of all this stuff, which never really seems to be a thing. So, don't really know what that's about. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to mark trees for removal right in this area here. Get them to take these guys out, because we're going to be building in here. I think I've marked all the ones I want to right now. So hopefully they take those out first, because we're going to want to put some row houses in here, which we will do in a second. We have to be mindful of our glass production now. As a reminder, that is something that we have to build row houses. And we're just not doing great in the potash department. Which, of course, is a problem relating to bark production. They are filling the warehouses, it's just not fast. So now I am wondering, these guys coming all the way over here. See, I don't even know who's going where, so if we just sit here and watch for a second. Good, those are all checked. I thought I was maybe going to go insane keeping track of all that. It doesn't look like. So let's take a moment here. Check our distribution of cart sheds. Wow, we don't have any over here at all? That could be part of our problem. We have our wagon shed, but we don't have a cart shed. I always want to click on these thinking they're cart sheds. That's the oil workshop, but we can find a place over here somewhere to put a cart shed. That would be a wise choice. It's just going to have to be a matter of where that's going to fit based on how this is all set up, because we do have this set up as a cemetery, which we are going to have to expand pretty soon. Don't worry, I'll do that during the time lapse so we don't sit here for 10 minutes bored out of our minds watching me click a whole bunch of graves in. But I wonder if I could fit a cart shed in here. Now, I know I can fit one. The question is going to be, is this going to look okay? And which way should it face? I think, based on the traffic patterns here, not a lot of people are walking through this area, so I think probably it would be best to have the entrance face that way and have this come out to maybe right about here-ish. We'll rotate this just a tiny bit and make it so it's not quite blocking everything else. So I'm going to take this out of 12 times speed. Why are cows dying of starvation? That should not be happening. I have 3 people working in here. It really should not be an issue at all, unless we don't have a lot of hay. Yeah, we really don't have a lot. We had only 1,100. That's something we need to fix. But at the same time, where am I going to put hay dryers? I guess we could put some right on the riverbank right here. We really felt like it, which I guess we do now. Yeah, just 2 of those is probably fine for right there. I guess we just need to keep a little bit better track of just how all of this stuff is working here. I'm going to copy these so they're all facing the same way. But I think I can do that, and then, oh, can I fit one more here? Yes, yes I can. Good. That should help. Place these. There we go. So we only have 32 total hay dryers, which I think is honestly probably okay long term. They haven't cut down any of these trees yet, seriously? Oh, it's stored. Oh, well, you know what? You have all this bark. Guess what we're gonna do? We're gonna send 10,000 of that by wagon all the way over to this warehouse that I can't ever click on right the first time. And then you guys can get to cutting some more trees. And this is not going to be a permanent forestry right here. We're going to end up putting other stuff, but we are going to need to have storage for bark probably closer to these forestries. So why don't we, just for right now, put in a warehouse right here. Of course, as part of our time lapse, that is going to be just for bark storage. And then after all of that, got kids here? Yep, sure do. Look at them using these benches. It's always a good call to put these in, and I always forget to do it. How much glass windows? We have 130. That's not good news for me wanting to put a whole bunch of row houses in. What a problem, huh? Don't have enough potash. Not enough bark to start ash production. Not enough bark to start ash production. They're just so stinking slow getting all this in. So I think I said I was going to put in... Yeah, I was going to put another cart shed over here. There's just all these trees in the way, so I was kind of avoiding that to make sure it wasn't going to be that big of a problem. But I think it's reaching the point where it's a problem anyway, regardless. So let's, right here, since we have these in place, I guess we could probably just put this closer to the water. I don't think it's going to matter that much. We're not ever going to have this whole thing filled up with fishing docks. It's just not realistic. But we'll put a cart shed there where people can, well, do cart shed things. Move stuff around. Probably wouldn't hurt to have another one over here. And maybe wagons also, but that requires horses. Actually, let's, why is this? Okay, there we go. Let's check how our stable, oh, we're so good. Okay, we're good. So why don't we, over here instead then, put in a wagon shed. And I think I'll just find a spot. Like, this isn't going to be a huge, super urbanized thing. I'm probably just going to have this continue up this way, up the hill slightly, maybe put another one of those pass-through row houses somewhere around here. So having one of these in this area would probably be pretty smart. I'm going to leave room for a corner, I think, and then I can stick this guy right about here without having to have anything cut down. That would probably be good. And then let's double check again what the process for the ash actually uses. Firewood, bark. That's actually just it. Firewood, bark, and water, I think. And then, of course, the ash is the product that comes out of it. So, oh, it's 1800. Cool. How many years? 79. Wow. If that's the case, then we could very easily have some more of these asheries spread around the map. I just kind of worry about the logistics of transporting things. But maybe it's not going to be as big of an issue once all this other stuff is taken care of. If it's only firewood and bark, then having it right next to this forestry would probably be a very smart idea. Let's just shamelessly put this up against the edge of the map for maximum efficiency. Actually, we could just put this right next to this thing right there. You know, if we really wanted to, we could make this nice and symmetrical for literally no reason other than to do it. Come on. There we go. Alright, so that's going to be fun to have extra capacity for that. I figured already it was going to be such a huge, ridiculous problem to take care of. But it does make sense to have them close to the forestry because, well, that's how you get the fuel to burn the bark into ash. So, there you have it. Do we have No, we do not. Let's also put in a platform. I guess we'll just stick that right there as close as we can get it. That's fine. And then hopefully by that point in time, once all of this is in place, we'll be a little bit better off. I am going to go ahead and move these asheries forward. And we'll have those built first, and then come back for the cart sheds and the wagon shed, and the platform probably actually needs to be in front of that too. So ideally, that gives them time to get these things going and give us everything we need to take care of all this. So we have a corner row house here. I'm going to get that one again, try to randomly generate. Yes, that's what I want. I wanted this roofing pattern. Now, if we can warp this, I don't know how much it's going to let me. Too long. Because I don't want it to look like cartoony, but I do want to kind of distort it slightly to make this a little bit nicer looking. So we'll stick that one there. And then I might just put in another one kind of right here to give it a dog leg almost. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see. So probably I'm going to... There we go. It's not the worst thing I've ever seen. It's not the best either, but, you know, it's got to count for something, right? Now, I know we don't have enough glass to actually take care of that quite yet. So that's why I'm only sticking with 2 of those. That should require... let's see, it's 90, so 230. And I think right now we have about 200. Oh, we only have 130? Yikes. All right, well, is that because we don't have potash? Okay. All right, well, tell you what we'll do. It's March, so it is prime time-lapse season. We're going to go ahead and get these things built right here, and then we'll get those up and running, and then hopefully by the time we're all finished with that, they'll have the resources to start doing the row houses. But yeah, we're going to set this off as a time-lapse, and I'll see you on the other side. Right, there you have it. Put in another row of graves. I'm sure this is going to be a problem next episode, but for now, got a lot of good stuff done. We got some more of these row houses put in. And they are already occupied. Look at that. We're already down to no housing available. And of course we have to make some draft horses available for the wagon shed, but over here, we're making, slowly, some more of our ashen products. And we do have warehouses available for bark and firewood. And at some point, these should become a little bit more production efficient once we have people to actually shuffle things around. All that, of course, to bolster our production here in the glassworks, which, for some reason, still doesn't have enough. But that's all right. We'll go ahead and probably do a little bit more decorating than say goodbye for today. But we are doing quite well in the cart shed department. The new ones we put in are getting plenty of use, and I think we could actually stand to put in a couple more. We really felt like it. We've got lots and lots and lots still to do, but some pretty good progress today. Let's go ahead and turn a couple of these into draft horses. Hopefully some of these younger ones. I think it had to be 2 years. Yeah, it has to be 2 years. That's fine. So I just need one more, and we have the one male, so that's fine. All right, so that should get us all taken care of over here. As soon as they have that ready to occupy the wagon shed, everything else is supplied. It's all good to go there. We still have 150-ish open vacancies, but it is harvest season, so you know that makes a little sense. Most of the stuff has been gathered. That's looking pretty good. We can go ahead and replant that reforestation area as well. As far as our stored resources, looking pretty good, all things considered. We have about 11,000 shoes. We have almost 13,000 clothing. Not a lot of warm clothes, though. So we should actually take a look at our broadcloth. Oh, we have almost 14,000 of that. So maybe it's just because people keep buying it because it's almost about to be winter. I don't know. But our production for the warm clothes really shouldn't be that much of an issue because of how this is all set up. Tailor's Workshop. I mean, we have broadcloth, so I don't know. Maybe they're just not making any right now. But we are looking pretty good, and we do have, finally, the ability to sell Drakachii some shoes. So Kelly will be happy, I'm sure, with all of that, as well as clothing. We've proven that that is now stable as well, so we can get some money. Sell some apples. I don't wonder why we only have 1,999 when it's supposed to be 2,000. That's fine. Go ahead and sell some of that. Let's take a look at our salt supply. Yep, that's looking good. It was a good call to put that extra salt works in. Leather-wise, looking good. Sallow, we are all out. But we have so much money coming in, I think I can get 10,000 and be fine. And then down here in dried fishland, we'll try 10,000 of that. And yeah, we'll be okay. So that's going to be nice to have that taken care of. This area over here, I don't think we put any benches in. So you know what that means. It's time for the bench. Slowly rotated. So we'll just kind of stick these right in front of our warehouses. Then another one right there, and then another one right there, so they have something nice and comfy to sit on. And then we have a little bit of space right here to put in another bench. Precision line that thing up. There we go. All right. And of course we have our platform here for all the water those people need. As far as wells go, these are looking a little dry, so we might want to go ahead and put in some stone wells. We also have to make sure... Okay, good. We're in the clean water range, so that's good. Let's put one... Oh, low quality water, huh? Can I get good water here? It looks like I can, so we'll put one there. And then we might need to put a couple more back here. This doesn't look bad like this. I'm probably going to put a couple more row houses on either end of this, but our current supply of glass is not going to let us do that. We only have 50, so that's going to be a next time thing, as well as a bunch of other fixes and things. We have these trees to get rid of to put in maybe a wagon shed over here, depending on how this one ends up getting utilized. But we're starting to get to the point where we can really build this area out. As soon as these trees are done up here, we might, depending on how our resources are looking, I might put either another farm or some more orchards here. We seem to just go through that stuff like gangbusters. Oh, we also waste almost half of what we sell in terms of apricots. We sold over 5,000, wasted 2,500, so that's a shame. Sold a ton of apples. Man, that's pretty good though. Didn't waste any. Cherries, wasting a lot of cherries, so maybe we don't need to make any more orchards. We could possibly make some more apples. Now it says we bought 279, excuse me. So I guess that does mean that our houses with the apple trees, of course, these ones I zoom in on don't have one, but some of these do. Like this, I actually don't know what kind of tree this is. And it's not going to tell us unless they were harvesting from it, but some of the houses do have these trees. So I am assuming that's how we're able to buy apples from citizens, because houses will have that stuff. So that's cool. That is nice that they're able to do that. Just make a quick pass here and make sure everything is looking pretty decent with the farms. I think we're pretty good. There's still some stuff that has to be actually gathered, but it is all harvested or ripped out of the ground or what have you. except for this and this right here. And that's attached to this farm? Really? Alright, well, they should be headed up here to take care of this, and it looks like they actually are. So that's where we'll leave today, watching them harvest all this stuff. So yeah, a little bit shorter of an episode by, I guess, current standards. These used to only be 30 minutes, you know, when I first started making these in 2020. But yeah, that's all we got for today. Hopefully fixed a whole bunch of problems. Did some small incremental improvements and a little bit of benching, I guess we could call that. But that's all good stuff, very productive. Always love to make progress in this game. It's just such a treat to watch all the stuff happen in the town. We got plenty more coming. Of course, we're going to go until we have the entire map filled and then maybe redevelop some of it. I don't know. But for these videos to still be getting the amount of support and appreciation that they have been 37, 38 episodes in, that's great. You guys are awesome. I really appreciate you. So as a reminder, comment section is always open if you want to say hi, offer advice, or just anything that's on your mind. I do read every single one. Can't always respond, but I do appreciate you being here. And I do make sure to at least read all of them. So rest assured, if you say something, I will see it. And I'm just hoping that you're having a fantastic day, whatever it is you're doing. As always, big thanks to the Beard Boosters who make these videos possible with their contributions behind the scenes. There's info in the description on that if you're interested in becoming part of that group. But as always, never ever required. Just I'm always appreciative of you being here, sharing a little bit of your time with me, either every day or just this once. Like you just the same. And I hope we'll see you again soon in another video. But that's all we got. Stay safe, have fun, and we'll see you later. Bye-bye.